Alright, hello, welcome. I wanted to do a little Holy Paladin guide. This one's just a bit more noob friendly because I'm a noob at Holy Paladin, and using Avenging Crusader actually really helped me during this challenge. So you'll see that when we get into into the actual challenge, because I'll do a playthrough of when I actually did it. But these are the talents you're going to run for most of the time. You could run Awakening if you're more comfortable with that. It's definitely more HPS. Kind of, but Avenging Crusader really helped me out on that double knife pack, one mage pack that was incredibly challenging because it just gives you more damage and it lets you heal while damaging, and it doesn't cost any extra mana, or maybe I don't know, but whatever. It works, and it's insane for the first 2/3 of the challenge, and then right before the final boss room, you'll just pop a tome and swap to Awakening for the healing. But yeah. Aside from that, for the other things, you just go this so you can interrupt the knife people. You get Light's Hammer because it's damaged. This because it's just passive and you're using Beacon of Faith, so that's nice. Unbreakable Spirit because you need it. Beacon of Faith, it's a lot easier to heal people when you have this. Beacon of Virtue is apparently good or something. I'm not a Holy Paladin person. This is like a guide for noobs, or maybe not. But Avenging Crusader just made it so much easier, and you'll see that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Alright, hello. I wanted to do a little commentary or guide over my Holy Paladin Mage Tower thing. I'm someone who's literally like never played Holy Paladin. I've done like a Mythic 0 on it or something this expansion, and that's the extent of my knowledge with it. And while I was doing this, I was having a lot of trouble in P1, especially on that, I mean, I'm sure you know the pack, the 2 knife people, 1 caster thing. So one thing that I did was I went Avenging Crusader, which is actually low-key incredibly strong for this, and I would recommend you just keep it all the way up until you get to right before the final boss room, where you just swap it out for Awakening so you can have way stronger healing, because Avenging Crusader doesn't drain your mana at all in time walking. I think it does normally, and it's just really easy to heal through the packs that you normally wouldn't be able to. I'm not really going to do like an actual guide on the P1 of this. I think there's a lot of other people, but you can figure it out. Basically, you just have to interrupt the knives cast, and you kind of do that with Turn Evil, Blinding Light, or Hajj. You're going to want to save your Blinding Light though for the 2-pack, which is the 4th pack that comes out. For this one, you're going to want to just your Turn Evil, that guy, you're gonna want to do it after the knife dance starts, because if you don't, he'll just start casting it again right out of it. So yeah, you'll notice like this is not going to be the best healing gameplay you've ever seen in your life. Like I said, I'm not great at barely played Holy Paladin, more of a Resto Shaman person, but Resto Shaman's way harder for this. Anyway, I made a mage, so this wasn't too difficult. It probably took me about 25-ish tries, and I had to learn. So here you can see pop Holy Avenger, pop this, start spamming this. I don't even need to use Word of Glory because my, and I use Blind Light when they're dead. That guy's dead. Look, I literally had to click my Devo in the middle of this thing, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm just spamming Shield of the Righteous because my Avenging Crusade is just healing, so we're gonna stun that guy maybe? Turn Evil? Okay. But yeah, so this is kind of just how you play this. You can also save that stun for the next pack, which is also a really good option. I watched Growl's video and then some other random person's video, but yeah, those are really good for the baselines. This was the real reason I made this video, was just to highlight the fact that I used Avenging Crusader and I didn't see other people use it, and as a noob I just felt like it helped a lot. So you can see I'm like spam casting Holy Light or whatever, the mark of a noob at Holy Paladin. Also like basically I am using the Rathian trinket, but that's less because of time walking shenanigans and more because I didn't have another trinket because this is I haven't played this guy at all. So you can see I already have the transmog. That's because I did the prop Paladin one before this, which I do not recommend. That was it was disgustingly difficult. But you can see the Rathian trinket's like kind of disgusting as well. So it's like 6% haste on a 70 to 70% uptime. It's really strong for the prop Paladin challenge as well because it gives you the movement speed. So yeah, I'm not using anything crazy. I literally just have the Rathian trinket on. That's the only weird thing. That plus Machinist Brilliance. I'm using a Shadowlands flask. I'm literally using a blunt weapon oil because I didn't have any Shadow Core oil or anything. So yeah, nothing crazy here. Now for this room, these things explode when they die, and they also pulse AoE damage. So you want to kill them as fast as possible. You can bubble here and have it up for the next time you're going to need it, which is the next time one of these exists. So I probably bubble here. Yep, I do. And I use Avenging Crusader, and it's super easy to kill them. So I'm using Avenging Crusader. Then what you're going to want to do is just, you know, stand far away, drop that there, and then after everyone, you just Word of Glory, heal yourself. It's pretty simple. This was a very easy room to get by, especially once you realize that you can use bubble and have it up for the next time you need it. So, well, I mean, you'll have to wait like 10 seconds before opening a gate, but that literally doesn't matter. You are in a time limit in this area. I even like my first time clearing through this, the time limit just didn't matter at all. But then again, I had already watched several guides on this, so yeah. I'm not saying like you should just, if you haven't done anything, you should just be able to run through this, because you shouldn't. You definitely need to know what you're doing. This is a joke room. You just hit these things. It's pretty good. It's still super weird to me that Judgment doesn't give holy power in holy. No. I guess the one weird thing I do use is I use a Potion of Unbridled Fury on the last boss. I don't think it really makes any difference at all, because I was barely hitting him since I couldn't stand the melee. And I just had them left over from doing the Prot Warrior challenge, which is where it's necessary. These guys, you just gotta heal them, dispel the main guy. You can just use Light of the Martyr. They lose health over time, so yeah. Then this guy's gonna do the mana shot from earlier, which you can block with the ghosts. I'd recommend just like stunning this guy, because you really don't want to get hit by the mana shot. So I'm probably gonna blind light the next one, because you don't need blind light after this. I'm saving my Avenging Crusader for the room after the next room. At 50 seconds on my shield and or my bubble, and I can't do the room after this until I have bubble off. These things don't really matter, just like kill them, walk around. They apparently respawn, didn't know that. So you hear me, I realize that I have 35 seconds left on my bubble, and we're gonna wait. I know. Very boring. Feel free to skip ahead 25 seconds in the video. And for those who don't, I don't know, I'll just keep talking, I guess. So yeah, I like this challenge. It was not overtly difficult, actually. After you, I mean, it had a high learning curve, especially if you're not used to healers. And P1 is definitely the hardest part of this. So yeah, don't worry if you're stuck there for a while. After that, you kind of shoot here. So anyway, so I may run in, use my hammer thingy, use that, and then just kill this. I should have left it at that, like at lower HP, and gone to this, because my bubble almost times out before that. here I'm freaking out because I need to kill that, but like I didn't have a word of glory. Oh, so I live with like 5 HP or something. Yeah, I look like a boss dodging all these beams, but I'm probably gonna get hit by one of them. No? Okay. It happened once. I was streaming this because this was my last challenge. I was not streaming the prop Paladin one, which I'm grateful for because that took me like 90 plus tries or something. It was also just bad, but man, that thing is frustrating as hell. It has nothing to do with his health either. His health's fine the way it was tuned, though I guess I did use like all the cheese possible except for going out and farming gear. Anyway, so here I'm going to wait for my awakening, wait for my Avenging Crusade to come off cooldown so I can swap it to awakening because I need it for the healing. Well, you don't really need it, but if you take Avenging Crusader into the last boss, you're probably going to heal yourself during the debuff where you don't want to heal yourself, which isn't great, so yeah. You can just skip ahead another 30 seconds in the video. I mean, I'm watching this on Twitch, so I guess I could just... There you go. So now I was thinking about waiting for my bubble, but then so I could like bubble and Unbridled Fury in the AoE, but then I just decided not to. You're not timed here, so you can wait as long as you want. If you do want to wait for like lay on hands, or you want to wait for bubble or something. So here's gonna be some RP, and then he's gonna make 2 of your allies attack each other, which is okay. You know, you just gotta heal them, and then like 3 ghosts are gonna come from the side of the room, and you gotta heal those before you reach them. So it's not too bad if you let like 1 or 2 reach the boss. Yeah. I get like insanely unlucky with Awakening procs here and just get none, I think, during this entire phase of the ghosts, but it didn't matter. You just basically spam Light of the Martyr, and that's it. Or Empowered Holy Light, which I have no idea how you get the Empowered Holy Light, but yeah. Empowered Holy Light definitely chunks. Alright, so now I'm gonna swap my second beacon to the 2 people that are attacking, and I'm gonna heal them. They're really chunking each other. That doesn't do anything, so you can ignore that. I'm gonna throw my little hammer thingy. Or maybe not. Now I'm gonna throw my little hammer thingy. So here, you can see I gotta heal these souls. Just 1 Holy Light, and Holy Shock does it. Or you can just spam Light of the Martyr. 2 Light of the Martyrs if you crit is gonna do it for you. Yeah, and then you have plenty of time to catch back up on healing. I'm swapping my beacon because they decided to attack a different person. But yeah, you're not really in any trouble here. Now you can regain your mana. And this is where the boss fight happens. You're just going to want to lust at the start. Just wings at the start and just hit him. And he's going to do this leap on you every once in a while. This is very tight, so you're going to want to stand very close to it, because every time he leaps, he leaps a lot. And then you'll see I have a debuff on me that's going to explode, dealing damage to the entire party based on how much HP I have. So what I want to do is not be full HP. You can accomplish this by standing in the green stuff or by using Light of the Martyr. Personally, I'm kind of bad at Holy Paladin, and I was like scared all the time, so I was hovering around 40% HP, but if you're more comfortable, you can hover lower, so there's less party damage. You'd also like cue a Holy Light on you, so that will go off like right after the debuff runs away. I'm gonna flash a light heal myself here because I'm like a little scared, I think. I know, I just bubble this one. It's definitely very smart to bubble and set at least one of those close, because you'll see at the end of this, it was like I was very tight in terms of space, but I also wasn't doing like any damage. One thing that I am going to do is step into there and drop Consecration every once in a while, just because I want to make sure that I'm actually doing damage. You can see there I flash of light myself just because I wasn't comfortable with how much HP I had. I should definitely be using, here I'm going to Q the Holy Light. I healed myself a little too much there. This was only my third time reaching this phase, so you can definitely do it pretty quickly. I definitely wasn't maximizing my damage or HPS at all here. Ideally, you should be just casting Judgment on cooldown. I'm gonna flashlight myself because once again I'm scared. I don't even have mouse or macros, it's kind of sketch, but yeah. But you can see how close this is. I have like no space left and he's at 7%. There we go. We're done. It was a lot of fun. I really like this Mage Tower challenge as well, especially on Holy Paladin. I tried it on Resto Shaman a little bit, and that was a pain, so if you don't have any healers right now, really, I would recommend doing it on Holy Paladin. It just seems to be the most fun, the easiest as well. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.